Alright guys, today we're going to be taking a look at a weapon that's been mentioned in my comments section way too many times over the last couple of days to really be ignored. And this run really did lead me to some of the absolute best loot in a run that I've gotten on this game in a really long time. We're going to be looking at the Lockman Shroud today with the aftermarket part on it, which is going to make this thing full auto, which actually makes it really insane in zombies. We're going to be doing some testing with this thing inside of the red tier zone, and then we're also going to go complete the Elder Dark Aether with this thing. I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts on the loadout, and then also my thoughts on just some of the news that's going around in the zombies community as of lately. With that, welcome on back to the channel, everybody. If y'all don't know, my name is Ghost. I appreciate everybody that stops by the video today. If you're into zombies content or anything Call of Duty, rock the hell out of that like button for me and subscribe to the channel, guys. We just ended up hitting our huge goal of 20,000 subscribers, and I cannot thank you guys enough for all the insane support here on the channel lately. Can't wait to get into everything about this run and this crazy loadout after a brief word from today's sponsor. If you guys want to unlock the new Mark of the Survivor camo, or possibly even any of those get higher camos here in Modern Warfare 3, and you really just don't have the time to put in to get these challenges done, well then be sure to check out Midge Cactus. They're the biggest and most reliable sellers with heaps of brand new offerings for MW3 with completely safe and legitimate services for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And with all the great reviews on Trustpilot, you guys should definitely check them out. Be sure to use code REALG for 5% off your entire order for a limited time only. Alright guys, now this is one that actually took me a little bit of convincing to make me come in here and actually try out this thing, because the last few times that I've tried out this thing, it was granted without the aftermarket part, but I absolutely hated the Lockman Shroud. I was honestly thinking that this thing was kind of weak, but everybody's been telling me with the aftermarket part, it makes it not only full auto, but this thing is actually really good. We came in here today, we got a legendary Aether tool and a flawless crystal. We're gonna make this thing absolutely as strong as it can be. We're even gonna throw on a mag of holding on this thing, and we're gonna go around and test it out. Right off the bat, I gotta say, not too half bad. We were able to handle those red tier zone zombies even without any perks or deadshot daggery. Gotta say, it was relatively easy getting our triangle Easter egg done. We ended up testing this thing on a mega abomination, which I think it could have handled him ever so slightly faster. It was still able to get the job done, and I wasn't waiting till next Christmas. I do gotta say, when I was taking on the HVT, I didn't realize how low that I was on ammo, but I ended up taking on an HVT mega abomination, and the health was actually falling off this guy really fast, but unfortunately I ended up running out of ammo. So yeah, we kind of had to finish this guy with the Aether blade, but this guy ended up dropping us another flawless crystal, so we got 2 flawless crystals already on this run. It's time to head on into the Dark Aether really quick, and my overall thoughts on this Lockman Shroud really fast is, it is a nice little snappy SMG. Aftermarket part absolutely makes this thing night and day better. Trust me, even if you got a fast trigger finger, like I have mouse click buttons on my controller, and I cannot fire that thing fast enough to make it powerful enough, but with the aftermarket part, it's absolutely shredding zombies. Really doesn't do too terrible with the bosses either, but with so many people inside of the red tier zone, I figured it was finally time to dip on into the Elder Dark Aether, and we ended up pulling some crazy loot out of this one as well. This is why I always tell everybody I think this is the absolute hands down best Dark Aether to come inside, because you never know what kind of acquisitions that you can get out of this particular Dark Aether. All the other ones are actually locked off to the acquisitions that are tied to those Dark Aethers. This one will really surprise you. It can just throw you anything. And I don't know if you guys were keeping up on what's been going on in the zombies community as of, well, now yesterday. I've kind of stayed up. It's early in the morning as of right now. A lot of really crazy stuff started happening in the zombies community yesterday. I actually did a full video on everything that happened, and it's the last video that's up on the channel. If you guys haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you guys go check it out. In that video, I go way more in depth and actually show you guys, you know, sources and a little more details and whatnot. Let's see if I can really briefly kind of summarize what happened really fast. Well, there was a tweet that was put out there by a really reputable leaker in the Call of Duty community and, well, FPS community in general, basically telling everybody that there was a viral marketing campaign starting and that there was an email that they could contact that would send them information about Black Ops 6. Everybody started contacting the email, including Milo, and everybody started getting all of these different pictures, and it started floating around Twitter. Well, once Twitter and Activision got whiff of it, they decided to tell everybody that these were fake. And Milo, really not wanting to believe that these things were fake because of a lot of clues that just kind of point to them really not being fake, MrRoflWaffles decided to continuously dig until he may have accidentally bumped into an actual cult site. Yeah, just a little bit creepy. Well, then shortly after that, some weird things started happening inside of his house. He started hearing noises, and ultimately the lights inside of his stream room shut off. Then proceeds to walk out of the room, and that's when the stream ends up shutting off right after his friend decides to call him, and he says that his phone isn't even going through. Absolutely crazy, insane stuff, I know, and I have a very tinfoil hat theory on this. You guys need to go watch that video that I just posted. Ultimately, at the end, my theory is that I think everybody's in on it, like all the way down from Activision, Charlie Intel, to Dalek JD, all the people that are saying it was fake. week, I think that they're all in on it. Yes, that includes Milo himself, and actually, most importantly, Milo. Obviously, with some of these people that have really close ties with Activision, like Charlie Intel and Dog JD, kinda have to listen to them because they want to keep that positive relationship with Activision. Well, if they tell them something and Activision wants them to relay it to the public, they can't just turn around and say something else, because then Activision's probably not going to tell them anything else in the future. Milo's always been kind of known to do what he wants. He may bend the rules ever so slightly. He's kind of spoke his mind here and there when he feels like he's had to. I don't think he's ever crossed the line so much to the point where he would be completely blacklisted or not able to work with Treyarch or Activision. My theory is that they're kind of using Milo as part of the ARG itself. Now it's kind of up to us as the community to come together and kind of play MrRoflWaffles as ourselves and kind of find out what happened to Milo. If he does either come back on July 22nd, 115 like the website tells us, or comes back during COD Next, whichever one it is, just shocks the living hell out of us, I gotta say, bravo to everybody that was involved, man, because that is some of the best marketing for a video game, and like this is the most effort I've seen a company go through to actually like try to get a decent viral campaign going, at least in a really long time. Even on the flip side of things, if it has nothing to do with Activision and this was actually something that was staged and put on either by somebody that's in the community or whether it was actually done by Milo himself, either way, that is incredibly impressive. And even if it is just Milo himself or somebody else, that even makes it more impressive, and these guys really deserve a job at Treyarch because they did a better job marketing this thing than anybody else's. Suspense of that stream was absolutely crazy, and then at the end, I know everybody was just kind of freaking out going, what the hell just happened with Milo? Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about all that. I would really love to know. I'm gonna swing back to the run a little bit before we end off the video. We ended up getting some absolute crazy loot out of here. We ended up getting another flawless crystal, guys. 3 flawless crystals in one game. That's just pretty nuts. And on top of that, this Dark Aether also ended up giving us the golden armor plates, which is awesome to see. Absolutely love this Dark Aether. This is definitely my favorite one, especially since I love playing solo and I don't have to be bothered by bringing in a VR11 just to get the escort mission done. It's the fact that you can find all the different acquisitions in here. Man, I don't see how you guys couldn't love this Dark Aether. This contract kind of shafted me a little bit. We ended up getting another Bloodburner key and another Elder Sigil, so I'm just gonna leave those in there. Time to get the hell up out of here. Yeah, guys, absolutely crazy run here. We ended up getting some of the most insane loot that I've gotten in quite a while, and this Lockman Shroud is really not that bad. I wouldn't say it's one of the absolute best weapons in the game. It can definitely hold its own and withstand anything that you really put it up to the test to. I just wouldn't really consider fighting the Red Worm with it. Toss up that loadout up on the screen right here for anybody that wants to check it out. Again, I greatly do appreciate everybody that took the time out to watch the video. It truly does mean the world to me. Drop it a like if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if anybody is new. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.